let's somewhat officially start here.
Okay, so I remember nothing.
You remember nothing?
Except that I had an owl.
You have
I
an
saw
owl.
Ciders.
Who wants to recap? Because it has been a while. What do you guys?
Previously,
Long while.
on horror kid.
Digimon, digital
Kid.
monsters.
The little
Monster
Ciders.
Fighters.
Little Ciders team.
There you go.
The little apple white.
Previously on Little Ciders, we defeated, or we didn't. Did we defeat? We rescued the trap miners.
Yep.
Or people who
Those
chased
were,
after
yeah.
those orcs or ran.
The
away.
orcs
The orcs were
chased the
kidnapped.
people
They
Yes.
took people's.
Yes.
into the
And pink dragon guy,
gave us hats.
he did some hilarious hats.
Yes.
And then, like, when those kids left, everything was back to normal.
Mhm.
And no one will ever believe those kids because those kids were
Hi.
crazy.
You would never take them
again.
There was gas in the
Did
caves.
we? What was the last thing we heard about parents that weren't there?
They're dead.
They're
They're not there.
They're super
Right,
dead.
we don't know 100% if they're dead. They're likely dead, but they're presumed dead.
Your parents, which is not like all of the parents, but the previous group, right? The preview
The epilogue.
group.
Are you gonna tell me they're dead?
Prologue.
I don't know if I want this.
The epilogue comes after.
There you go.
The prologue group, right? They went off and were attacked by a group of orcs, and those comprised of many of your parents. Yes. So that was last year.
Last year, they're dead.
So optimistic.
I like to
Winter
think they're
came
still hanging
and,
on.
like, I don't know.
No, I think last
She's
time.
like, I don't
no,
think
last
they're
time
dead.
we played, we did another one after that,
Mhm.
where it was like you know
We-
something that happened to each of us. I think
We
it was.
did. So originally I had tried.
We went to church. Kind of.
We got our Jesus on.
Originally we were gonna do I was gonna do a month later and pick up the next adventure, but given our schedules, kind of advancing the clock a little bit faster. So all those events when we did that month later session still valid, but now we're gonna jump ahead a full year. In fact, a little bit more than a year.
A year and 3/4.
We're gonna because last time it was in the fall.
Okay.
We're gonna jump to the beginning of winter.
Winter has
Winter
to
came.
Winter.
So the next winter.
Did we, shoot? Do we have birthdays? By the way, is that something that we ever did?
Oh, today's my birthday.
Here's my birthday
Oh,
too.
hey, today's my birthday.
Mom, it's
I'm a
not.
character now. Oh, yeah.
No, I just want to know how old I am.
You're cocky.
Yes, you are at least 1 year old. Yes.
But at least I could be 7. I
I'm
don't know.
not sure. No, I'm not sure. I was.
How would you have 2 birthdays in a year?
I looked at it.
Well, no,
but
this is
the
more
first
than a
part
year.
was-
Because it's not
Oh.
exactly
So depending-
365 days later.
Well, let's just go by our regular birthday.
So increase your age by a year. Yep.
Well, if I'm doing it by my regular birthday, then I'm 7.
Oh my gosh, I'm 9.
Yes, that would be a good thing to establish. Maybe you should come up with a.
We could just for right now. We could
Of course, I would
say
need
all
to
of our
come up with
real
a
birthdays.
calendar.
Yeah, like, are there same months?
We need the
Yeah.
fictional calendar.
Yeah, instead of the Christian calendar.
Wait, what if it's
Specifically what we
not like?
Yeah.
What if the calendar isn't like our calendar
Right.
and it's
Right.
just like a circle?
Like the Mayan calendar?
It just, how?
It's just a different way to organize it.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The fact that it's a circle is not what changes the months and days.
It's Chinese
I mean,
calendar.
I could find us a
Yeah.
circular Gregorian calendar.
There you go.
We'll figure it
But
out.
usually for the fancy calendars, they at least simplify it so you don't have these stupid leap years and
That's true.
leap minutes and things.
Yeah, we're still dealing with years though, because we're talking about age, 6 years. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still comparable. So that's something we can look into.
Does this planet go around the sun? Or is the sun around this planet?
No, the sun goes around the planet.
Is this flat
Yeah.
world?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's actually bowl shaped, so you have to climb really high to actually
We're not doing
fall
a
off.
flat Earth. We're doing a flat Earth.
Oh,
It's like
Oh, yeah,
this.
we established. This is essentially Weird from the Golden Sun.
And the sun moves around like this.
And when the gods left and took all the divine magic, now the world is crumbling. You know, it all fits together. I think we can work with this. Okay, so what you need to do is team up with the elemental djinn to find the the elemental stars and bring back alchemy. No, wait, different game.
Real quick names, just so.
Oh, sure. Recap of names.
Right, so
Yes,
I'm
a
Valen.
round of introductions.
Name Sydney. Sydney Rumak.
Lyle.
Mary.
This is
Oi,
Lyle.
nice to
Lyle.
meet
Yep.
you.
Miri.
Nice to meet
Rook.
you too, Sid.
Rook.
And Rook. What's your owl's name?
Owly.
Owly.
Lamest name. Like,
He's holding a knife.
It's Owly! But you forget!
Owly, get over here. You're a year older.
Ali reminds me of the
That is
name
all we have established so far.
Say it.
From like, oh, okay, yeah. That's, okay.
All right. So, after finding the villagers in the mines, the little Ciders attempt to get back to life as usual, but the next year proves to be a greater struggle than expected. The town has been devastated, and the loss is felt in every aspect of life. Adults and children alike face new fears, new challenges, and new hopes. The little Ciders have banded together even tighter, and despite strict warnings from their elders, still occasionally sneak off into the forest to camp and seek adventure. Like you do.
Like we
When you're a rebel.
when you're a rebel.
Like, you know,
Now,
whatever.
despite the dwindling workforce, the harvest is in. Winter has set in fast. Travel and play outdoors has become difficult. And the quiescence has given the little Ciders some time to think and reflect about the past and about the future. And that's what we're going to tune into tonight. I've got a series of questions for all of you to think about and provide some answers. These are, of course, open-ended, but many of them will imply an event. So take that in stride, interpret it how you will, but remember that the greatest foster of creativity is restrictions. So work with it and around it.
No dragons.
Trying to negate it completely. And yes, also stick with something that is sensible.
Oh wait, are we gonna get something? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying no dragons looking at him.
What?
It's like no dragons, Rook.
Why?
Remember that the world itself is mostly mundane. Magic exists but is rare. You as children have witnessed it, but you see it, seemingly see it very little in the adult world.
Isn't Mary like a wizard?
Scott's a wizard.
Warlock.
Oh,
Aiming to be.
Aiming.
That is something I'm going to try to advance in this
Right.
chapter, is
I think I was something.
moving towards your actual character classes.
Oh,
Cleric.
I believe you were aiming towards cleric.
Cleric, that's right.
That sounds so unlike me.
I have some ideas of how to make it more interesting.
You were spending a lot of time at church, though.
I mean,
Mm.
I don't have to pay rent there.
Okay. Actually, that's my first question. So for each of you, who did you stay with and or who took care of you during this past year?
Oh.
Say that
I
again?
thought we were staying at the church.
Who did I stay with?
Did you all stay there? I mean, that's...
That's where I stayed.
Oh,
Oh,
That is not where I stay. I don't remember that much.
I opened up my mom's and dad's store, and I sold some merchandise, whatever was left over to spend on the rent. Slept on the floor mat for 2 years.
Okay.
My name's Sidney.
Alright.
Rook?
Right.
Where'd you stay for the past year?
Describe.
Well, if I had my paper, I would know.
wait, you're making it up right
You're
now.
making it up right now.
I already made it up last time.
I'll
Do you
stop,
remember?
guys. I'll stop. My name's Sidney.
Well, we're
Rumack,
expanding
and,
over the course of the whole
and I
year,
like
so
the
maybe
park.
it's...
Yeah, that was the thing. We
Where's
talked
the
about it
money?
before.
Your parents?
Before we really only covered the month, we talked about the next
You're
month.
terrible.
We didn't. I was saying, okay,
We mentioned our mentors and the ones who took care of us after this. We did mention it before. And I think we wrote it down, but I don't know what paper it is.
I think I remember you saying
'Cause I do
that
remember.
You started like
okay.
like someone who like
You were working with someone to learn something.
someone who raised
With, like,
I think
wolves or
birds, like
something.
some crows and owls, right?
He was like working like an apprentice.
Like a
You were an
sheepherder.
apprentice to someone.
And something about like watching the borders of the village, because there was an epidemic of wolves or something, and I managed to turn them on our side, sort of, to
Yeah,
work with
Is that
us.
official? Is that canon? Or is this
Yeah,
Is that canon? It's like, is that canon?
I'll try to remember and make up whatever, and change whatever.
Now
I just need a little bit.
he may be
George
looking at events with some rosy glasses on. We'll say it appears to have happened that way in your eyes. To everybody else,
Yes.
be like,
There was
Okay.
a lot more detail to it.
befriended the wolves might be a loose interpretation,
Yes.
but they don't attack us.
The wolves were attacking
I
us,
talked to the wolves,
but we
and
gave
they
them
did not
but
feel the
because
same way.
I remember what they were attacking us now, because like I made up that they were like running out of food because of the orcs.
Yeah,
They were in the
definitely-
area,
yeah.
so like since the orcs have animals too, like they're wiping out all the prey nearby and stuff like that. So the wolves were getting away from there, and they were coming to our territory, eating all our shit, attacking people, and so we found a way to like I forgot how hard it was.
Okay, but as far as
We basically teamed.
Where did you stay, Marty?
staying with,
I forgot the person's name. Just
That
go with
person.
it.
You stayed at
just go.
church.
It was a lady. I still remember.
He stayed
okay,
with like a
the
tracker
bird
bee.
lady.
The bird lady.
Yeah.
It was, and then they raised crows
Wait,
and owls
did you keep those papers?
She's
Like the
crazy.
and
drawings?
wolves.
I still have the drawings.
Yes,
Yeah,
we did drawings.
I meant to
Oh, yeah,
scan
that's
them,
right.
them in. I never got to that.
I
apologize.
copied mine, so I have pictures of mine only.
I've got them. They're around my desk somewhere.
Alright, wow.
I think I'd established that a character was staying at the church with Dapolis, I think was the priest's name, and Alaria or something.
Remember, memory is the true canon, so we
Yeah.
need to overwrite something we said before and whatever.
Yeah, no, just I was staying at the church with them because I don't have a home anymore.
Yours got smashed?
It got smashed.
Did it really?
It did in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He says it got smashed, so it got smashed.
My parents are gone.
Yeah.
So I think one of the times we met, we talked about like what our other parent is doing, and my mom's not in the story.
Is she the one who got kidnapped?
Mm-hmm. Not the pyramid.
Cool. I think Scott's done now because
Okay.
he walked
Yeah.
away.
just throwing us away.
Okay, cool. This is you.
I know.
Your ass. Yo.
Sorry.
I'll say that I started taking classes at the church because I remember they were trying to teach me something and they were giving me books and stuff to read. I'll say that my dad knows what happens, but he can't come get me yet. So since I'm going to school at the church, he's like, "Hey, you're fine."
Okay.
So I'm not living at the church though. I'm still tinkering like at my house, but I still regularly go to church for school or something. Yeah, and food.
And food.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
All right, but you go home for bed.
Sometimes. I don't know.
Cupcakes.
A lonely.
Well, I had to make
Oh.
money somehow, so I'll do the tinkering at my house on the side. The church people don't want that over there. They want me to read. I don't
Putting you
want
to work at 9.
How old are you again?
9.
Okay.
It's a fine
That's not
age.
too bad.
Yeah.
Small things.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm trying to keep this one out of trouble.
Oh,
Try.
you're doing a terrible job.
I can't keep an eye on you. I gotta go to school.
Yeah. So like my character,
Mhm.
like occasionally like stays at the church, especially when it's cold or on bad days. But I'm more like just kind of like I just kind of like beg for stuff. 'Cause I'm 6. I'm a cute little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like beg for food and stuff. I make little stuff. You see, Daddy.
You still on with that?
I'm still on there.
Oh, you my money.
Yeah, I'll make
British
little traps and then I'll catch I'll catch little like
Birds
yeah,
From that lady?
birds and little rabbits.
from that lady who catch her birds.
Mhm.
The bird lady. Yeah.
But yeah, so I just kind of like alone, like on my own, right? But then I also have like the church.
All right. Very nice. Next question. What have you lost?
My pride.
I lost both my feet.
You sure you
I
want to do that?
I have robotic feet now.
You sure that's what you want? That's what you want?
No robotics.
No. Okay.
That does not exist here.
Okay. Lost. Okay. What's the extreme of like lost? Like what? How far
However
can we
you-
go?
However you want to. I mean, if you want to completely deprive yourself, that's on you.
Hmm.
Are all the parents supposed to be gone?
No, not necessarily. So just the one got kidnapped by orcs. The other one
Okay.
was up to you.
But I think
Where they are,
we
what they're
all
doing.
ended up without any
I
parents.
think everybody
somehow.
is trying to decide.
Yeah, my mother died.
they're not
giving
here
birth
in
to
some
me.
way. Either
Yeah.
dead
My
or in
dad's
another
not-
town.
Oh yeah, my I forgot. My
town.
aunt like occasionally visits, but she doesn't live in the village. Forgot about that.
Both my parents are dead.
But yeah, my parents.
But
my-
over the course of the next year, what's one thing you have lost?
One thing.
Control.
My mind!
Okay, those are mine. You can't steal.
But you didn't say it like that, so I committed.
It's can I ask a question? In this world, is magic like fact,
Oh
or
yeah,
is it theory?
well, it exists definitely.
Oh, it 100% exists. Okay.
Yeah. The most common form is runic magic, and that's
Red rooms?
yeah, like
runes.
runes. So you inscribe magical runes, and that can grant something power. Most people don't know them off the top of their head, but they know how to use them.
I
They don't manufacture the stuff, but they buy and use tokens and trinkets with runes on them for minor magical purposes.
in the course of these, how much time has passed?
1 year.
1 year.
More than a year.
Well, a year and a
Yeah.
half, I was gonna say.
5 seasons.
5 seasons. All right.
Last chapter was fall. We've jumped to the next winter.
I have I've lost everything. I think I've lost my parents' house now. I'm now currently just recently on the street.
In the snow.
Yeah.
About to die.
I got
Okay.
you.
And nobody wants to help you because you're a jerk.
Yeah. I'm just a
Maybe,
little-
maybe he's less of a jerk over the year.
Yeah, maybe. I've grown a little bit more.
The little
empathetic.
ciders have grown
Desperate.
closer together. That is an established fact. How that happened is up to you guys.
I've sold everything except for my father's cloak and shield.
Didn't you have a sword too? I mean, no, you didn't. You didn't have a sword.
You were like,
You
yes, I
didn't
did have a
Yeah,
sword.
yeah, you do now.
I think I had an axe. I think I had an axe.
Two-handed laser sword.
I don't know.
That you also lost.
I
Yeah.
had a super axe. It was enchanted and everything. It was a great club. It was a great club. I don't have the great club anymore. I sold that
That
shit.
he named my axe.
My axe.
That's
Hi, this is my axe.
all right.
My name is Sydney and I like to party.
Okay, Muddy,
What?
what have you lost?
Besides my parent?
Yeah,
I think what-
That's it.
What,
Just
what
whoever's ready.
during this past year have you lost?
My house? I mean...
Everybody wants to be homeless too. My goodness.
I
You ain't moving in with me.
I'm really not sure.
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm homeless. You can't even give me your home. Man,
You stay at my
what
house.
kind of friend?
I
Okay, that's
think
something to
this,
stay at her house.
this
too.
like
It's
me
But you
Canada.
eat too
recently
much.
homeless, I think will make my character grow more empathetic towards Crystal. Like,
Fallon.
all
I
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because now you're poor too.
Yeah.
So can I just say your house is the hangout?
No,
It is
no, it
not.
is not.
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's not happening.
It's canon.
Mm-mm.
Everyone's homeless.
Yes.
No one's moving into my
Yep.
house.
That's literally every time we all walk
Mary-
in there.
Mary-
No,
It's like
no,
a one-bedroom
no.
shack. You guys cannot stay over.
What?
Clubhouse.
What
No,
did
it's
Mi-
not.
What did Miri lose? Ownership of Rome.
Yeah.
It's gonna become
No,
a
I
trap
did
house. We're gonna cook meth in there.
No.
Not my
Just put
house.
mattresses on the floor.
I better lock up. You guys are burglars.
Yeah.
No, Crystal is.
Yes, she is.
I know.
And she's the one I let stay there.
I would say Valen lost a little bit of that blind trust, because like in the first one I was just like, oh, just walk into everything, right? That's gone a little bit. I would say a little
The spiders
bit.
that did it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the experience kind of, especially after coming back, and and everything like that, kind of like made me like trust people a little bit. So I'm a little more skeptical before I trust people now.
Okay.
We've all grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm 6 though. It's kind of fun.
oh yeah, how old was my character? 5? So now he's 6.
It's on the back of your sheet.
Yep. Other bet.
Alright, whoever tried this did a terrible
It should
job.
be
I didn't finish.
I'm just gonna grab this piece.
I was distracted, okay? I did not cut it down.
You didn't write that down.
No, it's aged somewhere.
Yeah. But I'm
Everybody
pretty sure he
wrote
was
it down.
5 or something.
I guess I wrote mine on a weird place.
It's weird that I don't have that written down.
I got a piece. Yep. Oh, you don't have to. Okay. You can grow.
What about one of these?
I lost my hat.
Your hat.
My silly hat's gone.
Oh no!
And my house.
And the house. Oh.
And my
Yeah, I'm age 5.
childhood.
So now I'm 6.
I still have it.
So I decided what I lost. Okay, Owly.
You left
Oh!
Oh, that's hardcore. Oh my god. Wait,
Based on who's losing the most.
Wait. Did you lose him or did he die?
He died.
No!
Oh my god.
And it was my fault.
It was a terrible name anyway.
Oh my god. That's how you develop a character.
Yeah, little owl funeral.
He didn't get one, he got eaten.
You ate him?
Well, I hope you learned your lesson.
By a wolf?
By the wolves, yes. No,
The
yeah,
wolves
no.
you loved.
No.
So he
That was
also
before.
lost.
It was
Or
before that.
maybe you got attacked by a wolf and
Yeah, Owly defended me, and he got killed. And since I couldn't
Some
fight,
bullshit.
I ran away, but he
Like a
saved my
little
life.
bitch.
But they ate the bird. They ripped that bird to shreds, and
Oh
I
my
saw it.
god.
Note to self: wolf encounter for deadly effect.
But as part of my development, that's part of the reason why I decided to figure out how to solve the wolf problem.
Okay. The wolf problem.
The wolf problem.
Yeah, I was saying before there was a wolf problem in the village, but I can't remember exactly how it goes, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit.
Alright, I like that.
That's hard, man.
It's a start.
Millie, final answer.
I lost my money.
No one cares about your money.
My dad sent me some money since I was going to school to pay for rent, and I paid the rent, but he gave me something that was supposed to keep me well fed and whatnot. But I spent it all on because everyone's suffering and stuff. I
I think
needed stuff.
spending is the same as losing.
I lost it. Crystal stole it.
She's
Is that canon to increase the amount of money I have?
No,
No, you lost it.
no, I don't know what to lose. I never had anything to begin with. I'm not losing my hat. That's mine forever.
Do we all know what our hats look like?
Yeah, we drew them.
If you remember.
Good question.
That hat's mine
way.
forever, and don't you dare take it, Michael.
Yeah, that was not the last session, that was
2 or 3 ago.
before that.
Well,
So it wouldn't have been the crayon drawings.
I lost a donkey.
Unless you.
No.
No, Sebastian is not lost.
Oh,
It's like, how
Just
dare
you'll,
you?
you'll need him.
You.
And that token doesn't belong to you.
I know.
Those are all of
I
us.
know.
Okay.
I don't know what to lose. I'm not
Your
losing my
sense of
house.
smell.
Do you lose an emotion of anything?
Your eyesight.
You'd say you lost
your
your mind.
ability to love.
I lost my patience.
There you go.
I lost my patience.
But your character didn't have any.
But yeah, your character's not a doctor. So.
You didn't have patience. though.
Not my patience. No.
What kind of illegal stuff were you offering?
I lost them because I'm not a doctor and they died.
We found out you have a license.
And then she's 6 years old. I mean,
I'm
fuck that,
9.
guys.
She's 9.
Thank you very much.
Same thing.
How old are we, Scott? We're the same age, right?
9.
9?
Mhm.
Originally? 9?
No, nah. With the bump up of age. By a year.
By you? Okay.
But I'll say that my patience is a lot shorter than it's ever been.
Okay.
Saying a lot.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
I'm about to lose it.
All right.
I don't know how to deal with her.
Okay.
You are the reason I'm losing my patience. It's You're lucky I have the church.
All right. Next question.
So I don't stay at the church. It's the real reason.
What new friend have you made?
Okay, a unicorn
Wait, new friend like
that is
not one of
invisible.
us?
Not one?
Yeah, it's not one of you.
Oh.
Only I can see it, but it's real.
Should I say that we occasionally see the pink dragon?
Something dragon.
That's not a new friend. That's an old friend.
That's true.
Spoozy, my friend.
Ollie's my new friend.
He's dead.
Dead.
No, he's
R.I.P.
not. I rescued him. I'm just kidding.
He got ripped to
And
shreds.
you won't tell him
I
that
will
you
tell him.
you stole him.
No,
That's still an old friend.
it is.
Not how it works,
Yeah,
you know.
still old.
I made a new rat friend.
Does
Since
that
I,
count? Yeah.
maybe. It's a little rat.
Is his name
Since
Ray?
I recently started sleeping on the streets.
Okay.
It's a winter.
We gotta, warmth anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's desperate.
Yeah, I named
That's
them,
nasty.
I named them Chad Michael Murray. Little Chad Michael Murray.
Is your character just one big troll?
I like it.
Okay.
All right. So you have a pet rat named Chad, or friend rat.
Friend rat named Chad Michael Murray.
All right. Who else?
I got a direwolf.
Out of here.
How about people?
Name.
Yeah.
I don't want
People
people.
are cool.
The thing about my character is supposed to be an animal handler. Handler. animal handler. That's just the same thing. But so he's supposed to have a bit of an animal anyways. So yeah, wolf.
We're all here.
You were from
All right.
So there's a woman who sells apples.
Mhm.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
winter?
Her name's Martha.
Martha, of
Well,
course.
she
yeah,
sells
I know
different
her
types of
too.
fruit. She concentrates on apples.
Mhm.
So like she would occasionally like give me like food in exchange
Okay.
for labor,
Yeah.
and I kind of make friends with her. Just now I would help her like transport the apples because she's
Yeah.
an older lady, so I'll help her like move stuff around, and whatnot. So yeah,
So it's a
she
little old apple salesman.
and then
You
and
can
then in
grab
return
her.
she would like give me a little bit of like fruit.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Oh, I also met two other straight kids named Bill and Little Tooth.
Bill and
A lot of
Little Tooth.
friends.
Bill and Little Tooth.
Okay.
You don't have to write that down now.
Because he has a little, he has a little tooth.
Not right.
Right. That.
How about you made that
Bill.
I made friends with the weird old guy who likes to raft in and out of town with on the river. He likes to talk about books.
I think that's a dead.
He's weird.
Okay.
Hasn't tried killing me yet.
Not in it.
Or taking me away. Whoa, that's a lot.
That's my hat.
I lost all that. I don't
That's
know
a
where
that's a
that's
full
at.
body suit.
It's a hat.
Did we have that hand?
I know we drew them somewhere, but like I remember drawing it. It was never good.
I'll trade it.
I know you have some of the stuff, but I don't know that you have that.
Was my character going to be like a fighting person or just a church person who could fight?
Church person? What does that mean?
That's up to you, I suppose.
Oh, I found it. Yeah,
I
we just
mean-
drew
Or
them on.
fighting church person.
I made
Fighting
friends
person.
with the blacksmith,
The blacksmith.
and I work for him sometimes
What
when
happened to
I'm
the
not
ones we already
angry.
have?
Because I want a bastard sword.
Bastard sword.
And I'm like, where did I get one?
You know, it's
Over
like
here.
bigger than you are.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I want it. These are my goals. You can't tell me I can't reach them yet.
So there's a great shiny sword in the shop. The pommel is resting on the floor, right, and it, leaning up against the wall. And she goes and looks up at it.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
Oh, well, maybe
One
that
day.
the blacksmith made it for a traveling swordsman, and I thought he was the coolest thing that I've ever seen. And he gave him the bastard sword, and I'm like, one day. One day, I will have one just as magnificent
I will
as
find him.
God.
So that's what I'm working on right now, getting a bastard sword.
Oh, right. And any human friends?
Yes, Herja.
How do you spell that?
Herja. A.
Okay. And who's that?
It's like taking a sip of water.
Yeah,
Totally, I already know.
yeah.
Delay tactic?
Actually, she's an animal tamer. She's the one who taught this stuff to my dad. Which I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning anything about my dad.
Not a lot.
You guys, do you guys
I
remember
did
my
make a
dad?
whole thing about him.
Last chapter was
Maybe
kind of
that's
dominated
all
by
we're saying.
someone else obsessing over their father.
Wait, is his name Blacksmith or Robert?
Yep.
It was when we ended it. I talked about my father being in the woods, so he wasn't
Smith
normal in the
Blake.
village, and he was still basically considered himself basically a guardian of the village, of the forest. He would prowl the outside
Will Smith.
and make sure like nothing bad like will hit the village. Unlike the orcs.
The
These
Blacksmith.
are all, these are all
Nothing about that. But basically, he has a teacher, right? Basically a master who taught him about the woods and about animals.
What lead?
And now she's teaching me. So she mainly focuses on wolves, owls, and crows.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my new friend. She's my new teacher too,
Okay.
and the one who's mostly taking care of me.
Also, the blacksmith is a retired swordsman, so he teaches me how to use swords. I mean, if we're just adding it on this.
Secretly, yeah.
Yeah, his name is Will Wheaton.
Oh. It's Will.
William
William.
Wheaton.
Okay.
William Wheaton. Hey, Tino, so you know what you should have lost? Your delusions about your friend.
Wait,
No, those are
That's the
Yeah.
positive.
Those are
Yeah.
getting by.
Yes.
Yeah. One more one, okay.
My father was a warrior.
Put that away.
Take that back.
The delusions are only stronger than ever.
Yes.
No, those are still there, especially now that he can't feed himself properly.
Okay. All right. So you bring up a good point. Let's jump ahead to ask, what have you learned? And this can tie into a skill or ability point. Remember, as children, you currently have a -2, had a -2 penalty to all ability points. Now that you have grown a year, and
You get a +5?
no, not +5. Let me see. Pull up my notes here. You can gain one of the following: a proficiency from your race. So initially, you only had any natural abilities of your race. Many of them come with weapon proficiencies. Those would not have been learned yet. That could be one that you worked on this year. Or a proficiency from your background, if you had not already claimed that. Proficiency with one type of armor that you've worn. Or proficiency with a weapon from your class that you've used. So choose one of those to have worked on in the past year. So you might need to dig into the basic rules. There's that copy there. There's the summary here. You can check the basic classes and races on
That's all, right?
what that list would have been.
Yeah, what's a full tier?
In addition, you may remove 1 point of ability score penalty. Comes from age. So change one of those -2s that you have on everything into a -1, which will effectively just increase.
Did we have a -2 on everything?
No.
I think we just had a -2 on one trait or something like that.
I have -2 for child on strength is what I had.
I have -2 on wisdom.
I have -2 on intelligence.
Oh wait, you know what? I have
Me too.
-2 on everything. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, we're stupid.
I have a -1 on wisdom. 0 on charisma.
No, not what the modifier currently is. Like as part of the calculation. I thought I had you all put.
You did because
Reduce it by 2.
I wrote
All the way
down
across.
what it was supposed to be, and you said -2, so I slashed it out and I put -2 on every single thing.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
know that
Yeah,
that's
right.
true
Yeah.
My stuff is erased.
because
So-
you make me lose my patience.
All right.
So do
Yeah,
we,
because it's like 15 and it's 13. Yeah.
so do we add 2 to the score?
No.
Only
Those
one.
the penalty is based on the going from standard character age down to children, right? So we've reduced all the scores by 2.
Okay.
What we're effectively doing is increasing 1 score by 1.
Okay.
Right? So anywhere on there you can boost the score, right?
Okay.
Which may or may not change the modifier. If it's going from an even to an odd, it will not change, but if it goes from an odd to an even, you'll increase the modifier by 1.
Just 1 by 1.
So I can
Yeah,
do
change
that.
1
I
score by
I
1.
can do that right now.
Yes. Cover that. And then make a mental note of what you've changed and then describe how you've developed that.
So I can go first because mine obviously is I've been sneaking around a lot.
Okay.
I've been, hiding, taking some stuff, trying not to get too much attention my way. For a whole year of that, I think.
Okay.
I think, you get a
Good
little
old
better.
street rat sneaking around.
Mhm.
All right. How about a proficiency?
I have right here Hill Dwarf, Wisdom +1, and then Dwarven Toughness, HP +1.
Yeah, those are the inherent
I don't know where those
traits. Let me find the. Bases. Okay, so dwarves naturally get proficiency with battle axe, hand axe, throwing hammer, war hammer, or smith's tools, brewer supplies, mason's tools.
are. What were the Mason's tools again?
Mason's tools is gonna be like a pickaxe and hammer and chisel, working with stone.
Oh, and what's the
So that's up there. Or you can look at maybe the rogue or whatever your background was. Not rogue.
Can we change more things on here?
No, right now we're only adjusting the 1 ability score change, and you gain 1 proficiency that you didn't have before.
So,
That you would have if you started as an adult character.
So if my intelligence had -2, I would put it to -1, all of them.
Just 1.
just
No,
one trait.
change the what was the score?
It was all intelligence real quick.
No. What is in the score bubble? What number?
Negative.
This one.
This
That one.
6.
6. So you change that to a 7, which will not change the modifier. So everything will stay at -1.
So if you're going from an odd number to an even number, it will make you stronger. Otherwise, you're just getting closer to something.
It only affects the modifier every other
Wait,
point.
This is the one that was talking
why
about.
do you
I'm
have
talking about-
-2 on that?
These are the
Your
ones I'm saying-
modifiers- Oh, sorry.
No, this is the one I was saying that I changed earlier because I wasn't
okay.
sure about what he
Now my
meant.
Race
calendar tells me it's not.
So I'm saying this was a -2, like. But you said something about because you asked fast that this is supposed to go up a point.
Not the modifier.
Not this.
You're changing the score. As a
So coming back.
result of changing the score, the modifier might change. If you changed it from an odd number to an even number.
Okay. None of that. Oh, this one is.
That's worse.
What is saving throw again? I completely
so
forgot
we're
how
not
everything
for a
works.
second.
I
Alright,
forgot
that's gonna
everything
take too
works.
long.
Saving throw is when something happens to you. I will tell you to roll a saving throw. Right?
Okay.
If it's something that requires your strength to avoid, then you use your strength saving throw.
Okay, so what's the numbers do?
You add that to the dice roll. The higher the result, the better.
That'll increase my strength.
There you go.
Good job.
Fuck
Alright,
it.
so I can look at rogue too, right?
No, not class. Background.
Where's that?
So that's like down like acolyte or sage or something, whichever one you would
Oh,
You
I
should've
think I did
selected one.
criminal, right? That's what
probably.
That's what I'm pretty sure. That
That sounds appropriate.
sounds about right.
So one of those that you didn't already have.
Ooh, I can be a
Actually,
blackmailer.
sage.
Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Wait, what?
You need to be a what?
Blackmailer.
So any of the specialties?
No, that's like a subversion of criminal.
Okay, so where am
You're
I?
looking for a proficiency. So that's probably
Where's it at? Ideal one for.
it's like skill, tool proficiency or equipment. No, that's starting equipment. These are somewhere. Not all of them have one, so it's going to be tools is basically what you have to pick from there. Some of them do provide a weapon proficiency.
It's an equipment and crowbar.
That's the normal starting equipment.
Are we looking at our class? Yeah, right.
You don't have any of the normal starting equipment.
It's like fighter.
What?
So thieves tools, that's like basically opening locks.
Lockpicks.
Yeah, can I do that then?
Yeah.
I'm sure
You
that
can
better
become
than that.
proficient with lockpicks.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Where do I put that?
I think the next page, one after that, will have proficiency somewhere. No, that's all combat
Proficiencies.
proficiencies.
Oh, I already had that. Stealth and thieves tools.
Oh, so okay, so then you get another one.
Ah!
Well, you must really want it if you picked it twice.
I did.
Good to know you're making the same decisions you made. at the beginning.
Nothing's
It
changed.
means you truly know the character.
Good, good.
Good.
I have so I have skills. I have deception and stealth. So I have stealth and so can I get deception? Can I be a little liar now? Can I do that? Is that a thing?
Mhm.
Deception. So then, how do the gaming sets come in handy? That's just like me playing games with people.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna scam them.
yeah.
Con artist.
It can be used to scam or gamble with.
You're too young to be gambling. Who's gonna gamble with you?
Anybody, because she's
Ooh.
only 6 years old,
Cool.
right?
I'll just
Yeah.
push you over.
We played Dragon's Chest with the little cave gnome dude.
You did. You were trying to rob him too.
I'm gonna do deception. I'm gonna do deception.
Okay.
I think I should get better at that before I start playing games.
What's this? Wait, okay, what are we choosing?
So that's one of the skills from her background that she did not have proficiency in before. She's now getting proficiency in that. So
Yeah. I started kind of like, twisting the truth a little bit. Telling people, okay.
So that goes with your being less trusted of other
Uh-huh.
people. Maybe self-reflection.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not as trustworthy. Other people could be like this. I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't trust them either.
Well, maybe the other way around. Maybe I noticed people weren't as trustworthy, so I realized I shouldn't be either.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Alright, so I think I'm fighter class, so I just like, go ahead.
Not the fighter. The background. That's
You
Fighter's
did the
class.
same thing I did.
Background or race.
What was your background? Do you remember? Like mine was criminal, for example.
Oh.
Oh,
And an entertainer.
Folk hero.
Oh, was
Oh,
yeah, I think it was entertainer. I think that's what it was.
Mhm.
Did anybody write that down? Maybe we should write those down.
Write what down?
Like our background that we
That's
just
right
like.
there.
I mean, like right there at the bottom
Okay,
of page
literally
5.
it's in the bottom of your page.
Bottom of page 5 in your booklets.
It's right
I
here.
know.
Yeah.
See,
I love that
became-
these character sheets have page numbers.
It became obvious to me when you pointed at it.
You pointed at it. And you're just like,
I was like, oh, that makes sense. I was like,
I may not have written anything on it,
I'm not
What would
even
that
write
be
it.
here?
but I did write it here.
maybe you should sit next to your brother. You gotta help him.
Screw you. I wrote it on the notebook.
Alright, what was it?
What was the question?
So you're
Background. What did you write down? You said I wrote it right here.
What's supposed to be in the background?
What does it say? You said you wrote it down. So what
I
did you
think
write
I
down?
did the folk hero.
Folk hero. Yes, that's a background. There you go.
Okay.
So if I have 14, then my mod code becomes +2.
From 13 to 14?
Mhm.
Yeah, 14 should be a +2.
I want to change everything about me.
And so that will then apply to all the skills on that banner.
I have a buttload of pencils if you want one.
No,
One
there's,
with
there's one right here.
Oh, with an eraser. There you go.
I think that's
An
Monica's.
eraser.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Now.
She's not actually in the game yet, if ever at all.
Where are they?
So
I don't see the background things in here.
after their criminal is a background, folk hero is a background,
Oh, okay.
acolyte
They're all
is a background. Yeah.
What?
So any of those.
You're doing two things. You're a folk hero,
Mm-hmm.
so
I'm a jukebox hero.
write that down
Hero.
right here, folk hero.
Got stars in my eyes.
What about the rest of animal handling?
That you already have
Yes.
right here. Animal.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, I forgot.
No.
Yes.
No.
You recognize that joke, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Call it yeah, like call it
So when you get that,
call it a joke.
you're gonna pick
Yeah.
another. On top of animal handling and vehicles, you're gonna pick another thing.
Okay.
That sounds good.
And then, before you get that, you get to pick one of these abilities that you got better at. Did you change one yet? That one. So you went from 11
To 12.
to 12.
And
So now
then-
you have a +1 instead of 0.
Oh.
I like how there's two types of drinks. And
So wait,
everyone
this changes, right?
chose the same
No,
kind.
that's the same.
Except for
Oh.
Except,
His saving throw still
well,
stays
no, I
the
think
same,
you had one
right?
before. That's the
Then it
second.
was a
No, no,
one.
Yeah.
this is my thing.
You could put it
Yeah.
on.
Good.
His saving throw still stays the same, right? He increased
If
from
the
11
if the
to 12.
modifier is going to change, it's going to affect everything on that.
Okay, so it does
Yeah,
go.
all of those will go up.
Okay.
Wait.
Alright, so that becomes.
So I had.
So like your saving throw is 1 to 2 now.
My mod wasn't 0.
Something.
Yeah, because you're at 11. 12 is the first.
No, I'm
I
saying
don't know,
my
I
mod
haven't looked
wasn't
at the
0,
book yet.
but this had 2 points.
No.
I
Why
gotta
was
look
that
at
again?
book and pick something out of the book.
Yeah.
I think it was
Because-
specialty was like. It was,
Right, because you're proficient with it. The bubble is filled, so it got
Okay,
The
so
bonus, yeah.
there's 2 now. Then.
so it'll increase by 1.
Yeah.
so you're good. So you gotta wait for that and then just pick one of the new ones for the culture
Oh.
when he gives you the thing. You're good.
So wait,
I thought
so
we had another copy of that.
entertainer's not in
Probably
here?
the new one.
It is this one?
Oh, look, there it is.
Give that one to Mud. I think is Spoker
No,
on there?
he's gonna take
No,
too long.
well, yeah,
I'm gonna go
entertainer's not in
first.
here.
Maybe it's in there.
Thank you.
We gotta
Is
change.
entertainer right? I can't find it in here either.
Might not, because that's just the basic one.
Okay.
And let me pull up the full player's handbook. You can look at that one. Careful.
What do you
The mic.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I
Mine.
know it's much smaller now.
I'm saving through.
You need to get a little
I
stand
just-
for this guy.
I just put check marks on it. Oh, let me do it.
Okay. So I increased my dexterity by 1 point, and my proficiency, I chose history. Based on my
Okay.
background.
So what did you do then? To,
Read a lot of books and got older, so more dexterous.
just natural growth.
Natural growth, yeah.
Yeah, you got to that lanky stage.
Yeah.
All your fingers are suddenly longer.
Look at my feet, they're too big.
Feet are too big.
I'm not looking at the right thing.
Might
There
just
you go.
be
Entertainer. Yeah, it's from the player's handbook, not the basic. That's why.
What's up, Miller?
I'm choosing something.
So
Yeah,
I
what's
have-
the
I have check marks on my saving throw.
Anything?
I
Are they
think
like
it's
plus
one of
one?
the top ones. So skill.
So those will include both the
potentially equipment.
ability score modifier and your proficiency bonus, which currently is +1.
So it's +2 then.
So the total is +2.
Okay. And this one's +3.
So it's skills, tools, or equipment?
Yeah.
Up here.
Yep.
Okay. What is? Ooh.
Hmm?
What is an artisan's tool?
Artisan's tools. So that's you craft something. You're an artisan
Oh.
of something you make.
Blacksmith. I already had that. I'm gonna add another one.
So it's more art than practical. Like anything
like a
that's
chisel,
Oh, I don't want to do that.
or like a Like
Well,
a
we
paint
got
set.
I feel it could be like paint or pottery or something, or
That's not gonna help.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna
Make
go.
you that
I'm
money.
gonna go with soldier this time.
what? You can't change it.
I
You
can't.
already have it written down.
You're not
about
changing
it.
the background,
Wait,
Yeah, if you go to
Yeah.
proficiency,
What's
you
that?
already wrote some stuff
I
down.
thought
You already
full
have it.
hero was a
Alright.
warrior.
right? So you already had
So, Chris,
performance
full
and
hero
the
is
disguise
like,
kit.
what am I supposed to
So
have?
now you can
how
pick
will the people
acrobatics,
see you, I suppose?
or you can pick a musical instrument,
Oh, so
or you can go
Skill
to
proficiency
race,
warriors?
which was what,
Yeah.
you get
human,
animal handling and survival. Then you
and
have two
pick up
proficiencies. There's
they'll
one
list
set
some
of
weapon
arsenals
proficiencies.
and vehicles.
You could pick up a
land.
weapon proficiency there
So-
if you wanted to have trained with a weapon. During
Are we doing equipment too, or just tools and skills, like proficiencies?
Equipment is fine.
Equipment
Yeah.
too. Okay.
We can do
So you can
equipment
do
too.
Yep, you have to have
Just
had
say-
access to it. You have to have used it.
Okay. So set of
About
arsenals,
house containing
tools,
10.
a shovel, and a
So,
knife, and a
Gaining
bow.
proficiency with, say, a great sword would
Not.
not be
Just
feasible
look at it.
because you
Tool
couldn't
and
have
skills.
afforded to actually.
So you have
buy a
animal
great sword.
handling.
But I didn't need
you
to afford to
have
buy one. I
vehicles.
work for the
So you can
blacksmith.
pick one type of artisan
There you
tools
go.
or survival.
If you're clever, you might be able to find a way.
I do want
And
this.
what
I work
survivor do?
late.
Where's the thing for it?
And when he's not around, I could do it. It just takes a while.
What do you find with what the stuff actually does? Because he has survival folk hero. What is that?
That's a skill.
You're-
You use that to like forage for food or find fresh water out in the
Well, like,
wilderness.
where can I find information for the stuff in the book?
No, that's basically what that is. Just
What's
So,
it? What was
survival
one of the
and the artisan tools.
proficiencies
So-
again?
So what is it again?
So the skills are acrobatics,
Yeah,
performance,
Just pick
That
one
makes
thing
sense.
from up here.
tools or disguise
If
kit.
you want
Then
money,
want to
take that.
leave
You
One
want
usable
one
instrument.
an iron pot?
portion
Take
of
that.
Since you already
You
have
want-
the performance in the disguise kit,
Vehicle?
pick one of the others,
I can.
or pick.
I've got a
anything.
horse.
So I pick
Ah,
survival. Does
horse.
anything in
Yeah.
here increase or
No. Just go.
If your proficiency is a
riding
skill,
chicken.
yes, you'll fill in that bubble, and then the number there will increase by 1.
Yeah,
One
but for right now,
musical
just write it there and
Okay,
check if
pick
survival's
one.
written on
I
the
think I
thing.
spent one.
Something
Perception's
that
on there.
I don't know if they're for the
No,
list
still
of them.
got
It's probably in the
console
equipment. So something that would fit a medieval setting.
Let's go with the electric guitar.
Yeah, no. Acoustic.
So my deception will go up.
A grandpa's
maybe +1.
guitar.
I'll-
Grandpa's
maybe
guitar.
Yeah.
We'll go with a grandpa piano.
Yeah.
My grand piano.
You heard it, Grandpa.
What if we go to 0?
So yeah, it increases by 1. So if it was -1 before, now it's 0.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
So I can't say that I.
You are now
Practice
net
with a great
neutral
sword.
at lying.
No,
Yes.
you probably.
You've
Yeah.
For a
practiced.
6-year-old, that's pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
Could even lift a great sword if you wanted
Let's
to.
go with the fiddle.
Okay.
I've got a fiddle.
Play me a song.
I'll take this money in here. I'll do that.
What?
It says a belt pouch containing 10 GP.
That's not a proficiency.
You can't
That's
do that.
that's
Oh, I
the
thought you said, I asked you, skills, tools, or equipment. You said, yeah. No, you can pick anything
proficiency.
you want
If
from
they
here.
list
And I was like,
efficiency,
okay,
you're not.
this one thing.
That means
It
you
needs to
know
say-
how to use it. Though. So you're
I
saying, I
know how
really
to
know
use
how to use.
I really
no
know
cost
how
full
to use
attempt.
money. I mean,
Very good at using it.
we're all
Yeah.
very good at using money. That's not a problem.
Okay.
You're really good at spending. Yeah. Shopping. You got it down to
Okay.
the T.
Okay, it says vehicles
So-
here.
Yeah.
like carriages? and
Well,
stuff?
he mentioned he befriended the old man that runs the boat. Right? So
He doesn't run the boat. He just is on a boat.
What?
He's on a
Oh,
boat.
He
I think
just,
some
he
of
just
those
rides his rickety
just-
raft in and out.
oh. Okay.
Some of those
On a boat.
specify land, though.
It
So
says land.
If it was water vehicle, like if you had one of those,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be like how you could explain. Oh yeah, so I learned how to steer a ship or
Go down,
small boat at
go
least.
down the river.
Yeah. that kind of thing.
So Rook
You could learn to
picked,
drive the wagon.
So Rook learned survival.
Okay.
But that's under. This is under.
So-
Vehicles is under
Do,
tools.
do I raise one of these?
Yeah, you can't get a vehicle.
What did you
Oh,
pick?
so I can only pick skills?
The fiddle.
I mean,
Oh, Marty,
that's
survival's
just like
under
if you want to learn how to ride a
Under
horse.
your list of
Under
proficiencies.
wisdom.
Oh, just that?
You might be able to say that.
I don't raise anything.
Survival's under wisdom. Okay.
I learned how to ride a horse.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Write that down.
So
So how'd you manage that? Tell us the story.
No, I know it's there. But I mean, like,
To get
I wanted to know the
the
traits that it gives you. Like,
Things needed
Oh.
for the
Like, what does that
blacksmith
mean?
to make
You
his
know?
wares. I have to take the
Plus
horse
3,
to
there you
pick them up
oh, okay.
and bring them to his shop.
Okay.
So that he can keep working on his swords and stuff. I'm helping.
I like it.
I got the fiddle from my father's shop.
But you sold everything.
Not the fiddle.
That's not what you said.
Everything
That's
but-
not what you said. Everything but my clothes,
And the
things
fiddle
on
in
my
my
back, and this sword, and this thing, and a
the fiddle.
fiddle.
You know what? You caught me red-handed.
And then the
That
other
was
thing
Bill's
that he
fiddle.
needs.
It was Bill's fiddle, and let me borrow it.
There you go.
Yeah, and then I beat the hell out of Bill. No. Bill's my friend. He would let me keep it because I was good at it, and I used to do sword performances for money.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're getting somewhere.
Mhm.
I don't know where we're going, but we're getting somewhere.
You spell horse wrong.
I just did. There.
Huh.
I'll just draw a horse.
Okay. About spelling horse.
Okay, so is everyone good?
All right.
Sounds like a horse.
Everybody has successfully gained something.
Oh wait, I learned how to ride dragons.
We'll stick with horses for
Very
now.
good.
But that might translate a little bit.
I don't have a horn.
But
Because that's a unicorn.
she just tied a carrot to the horse.
That's what keeps him going.
Can you just draw me like tied up to the back of the Because you know that's what's gonna happen.
So there's you. There's your afro.
Afro.
Because you had one.
I had an afro.
Horses have afros. Everybody knows this.
There's me holding one of the swords. As I stand, not ride, stand on this horse. With my glorious.
Truly badass.
All right.
That's friendship.
I'm saving you from yourself.
Okay, so on to the next question. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Okay. What challenge did you overcome?
My need to kill my best friend.
Oh my god.
It's a little dark.
What is your?
yeah, a little dark.
To save her from herself.
What challenge did you overcome this past year?
I got it. Convincing the blacksmith to let me work for him since I'm a little girl. Took a lot of work.
Crippling childhood alcoholism.
Oh my god. Where did you get it?
Who put you
From
on
the old
job?
man on
He
the
overcame
raft.
alcoholism.
Oh, so the old man is
Oh
like
my
undercover
God.
He's
delivering the
my
alcohol?
pusher. Yeah.
Oh
He
my
overcame
gosh.
alcoholism, he
Oh.
said.
Wow. Okay.
He became an alcoholic and got
This is
over
very
it.
dark
Yeah.
on this side of the table. I don't know.
Oh my
It is.
god.
No, I don't know.
I overcame my racism.
What?
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You were racist?
Mm-hmm.
Against dwarves.
Against
Yeah.
dwarves.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
You didn't feel that
Right.
tension?
Little Tooth is a dwarf.
Little
And,
Tooth.
When you actually liked
you know
him.
what? He helped me out.
Because like,
Right.
so it wasn't all dwarves. It was just that balance.
I've realized now, I'm a better person. I don't hate all dwarves, I just hate balance.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, it's a start.
100%.
It's a start.
Oh man. Alright. Anybody else downstairs?
I was serious about mine. Right then.
No.
No, wait, not about killing you.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's terrible.
Which one?
That I overcame convincing the blacksmith to like take me on
Okay.
because I'm a little girl and he's like, what? I have no reason
Little
to
girl don't
want
blacksmith.
to. Yeah. I don't know how I did it, but yeah.
Well, how though? I mean,
I don't know.
that's
You
Well,
did- you
interesting.
did
because
for the
remember,
classes.
like my thing was like, I was a folk hero because I would do stuff and things would just happen okay, but everyone else would make a big deal about it. Like, she slayed the orc. And I'm like, no, I kind of just found it there. And they don't listen to me. They're just like, she slayed it. And they spread
Yeah.
rumors about me. And I'm like, okay.
This guy wasn't having any of that.
No,
Maybe.
No.
He
was-
saw through it.
Yeah. But he's okay. He's cool.
So you have to actually convince him that you're capable of doing something.
I told him my father would come. He didn't let me.
My father will hear about you.
Exactly. Or maybe he's friends with my dad. So he made an
Oh, okay.
exception.
All right. Who else?
Marty.
What?
What did you overcome? What did your character overcome? The wolves?
Your father to show him dominance.
You
The
have your
death of
own
your
demon
owl.
with your father.
Probably the death of your owl.
I can't believe you killed your owl. You're a monster.
R.I.P. Allie.
You know that feeling of regret after you murder a friend?
Oh god. stop.
What regret?
I murdered him.
I don't know that. I've never murdered
You know that
anyone.
feeling of regret when you murder? I mean, I'll find out.
I'm not, guys.
It's still gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's a fear, yeah. Oh, it would have to be the fear of the wolves. I mean, I would have been traumatized, right?
I'm still scared
Yeah.
of spiders.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say like yeah, overcoming the fear of wolves.
How'd you overcome it?
I faced them
And didn't die.
and didn't die. No, well, we fixed the problem with the wolves. There's a lot of wolves in the area. They get to attacking people.
We should
Alright.
eat them and wear their.
No, we sort of tamed them. We made like a neutral.
So we've gone from dark to the long dark.
How do you feed them?
There's no food.
There is food. It's just that because the orcs are more are closer to the area, they're pushing the wolves down to our village because they're getting killed up there. So they're moving away from that area and they're hunting where we are. So instead, and since they were attacking people and people were getting mad, they were attacking back and stuff like that. It was causing more chaos. And so we decided to make a plan where we would basically try to tame them by
Yeah, she's
showing them that
awesome.
we could actually kind of work together by feeding them and letting them go and stuff like that, kind of working with them. And little by little, they stopped attacking us because they saw a benefit, or like, if we don't attack them, we get food,
Yeah.
and
like
they start working together, So that's what got rid of the problem. And the other wolves that wouldn't do that, the other wolves that were on our side would defend us against them, basically. Part of it came back.
Yeah. Vale.
Don't know. I'm practically homeless. What did I overcome?
You overcame your fear of not having your parents.
You overcame
Okay.
the ability to feel guilt.
that was last year.
I was born
No.
with that
Okay,
ability.
I think Velen overcame that feeling of loneliness. Because I think like in the beginning it was kind of like spiritual, but like she wanted to be.
Boo! She boo!
She wanted to be like with other people, but in this way she's more like. Yeah, she doesn't need other people as much. She's like more concentrating on herself, versus like just trying to seek people out and just let them like kind of guide her.
Mhm.
Like that was like the whole other cake thing.
Okay.
Still acquired.
All right. People are taking these a lot more personal. Not like player personal, but making it about emotional, personal things as opposed to more physical challenges kind of game.
So about the
I
sex
lifted
ones.
the great sword. Also,
You lifted the sword from the stone.
no, not from stone. That's difficult.
She lifted the whole stone. This comes right.
We'll do, in an attempt to keep it short here, we'll do 2 more.
Cool.
What new hope have you gained? So
To
kind
be
of
the
a
greatest.
looking
whatever.
forward to.
There is no hope.
There's no hope.
There is a new
No. Okay. Remember,
Exactly.
the caveat here is you have to accept the premise inherent in the question. Okay, we are begging the question here.
All right.
You have found a new hope, some source of light. It is not Luke Skywalker.
I was gonna say,
Damn it!
Jedi theaters yesterday. Who watched
I've
it?
joined the Church of Jediism.
I did.
We get
Did you
lightsabers
get
when
to
we
see
join.
that yet?
I have not.
Oh god, dude. We're gonna probably go watch it again, so you guys are interested.
Okay.
What's the thing again?
What?
What is our new hope?
It's a new hope.
Oh.
I like how no one cares about like their parents that got taken away. They're just like
Dead.
not even thinking
I
about
think
it.
like my parents.
That's why I'm
already-
training. I mean, I assume they're dead.
I think like
I'm
my
assuming
my
they're
father was already kind of absent, so it doesn't really matter. My mom's been dead, so.
Well, my dad's still around. He's in the woods
know
somewhere.
that my mom is dead?
Also, it's kind of the same in real life, so it's fine.
Oh.
That's not it.
Do it. Play intro.
I'll be honest, I'm amazed at how much paperwork everybody managed to actually bring.
It's because Crystal had it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept it.
Oh, you kept all of it? Okay. That's
Kept
fine.
it safe.
You hope.
Yeah,
That's probably
we're
the
not
best.
as organized as.
I think my character's hope is that like she'll be able to like save enough money to then be able to go on an adventure and like leave.
Steal
What's this
enough
place
money.
called again?
Sacred Spring.
Sacred
Sacred
Springs.
Springs.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, and leave Sacred Springs.
By stealing everyone's.
Why? You don't like it?
No, it's kind of like it's a small town sort of thing. So like, there's such a big world. It's kind of like want to see more.
There's bigger fish to
Oh, we'll
steal
see
from
more,
in the
don't
city.
No, I'm not sure.
My new hope is to this is hard. I can't
To express?
to express. I can't say to find my mother, right? Because that's like
I mean, yeah.
yeah, totally. That's it. I am.
What renewed your resolve to do that then?
It was always there.
Yeah.
That's why we left in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
But it has to be a new hope.
What is
That's
new
an
about
old-
it? A new
that's an
aspect
old
to it,
hope.
or
That's an old hope, you know. That's episode 4.
yeah, it doesn't have to be completely different. But is there a new aspect to it? Some new event that caused you like, oh, you know what? I think maybe we can do this, or I want to even more now, or something.
Yeah.
What changed?
To find some closure, you know, there's really nothing for me in what was this place called again?
Sacred
Sacred
Springs.
Springs.
You're from there!
There's nothing. That's how forgettable this place is. I want.
So like,
You also said, like-
it's not real.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe versus last time it being I want to find her and save her. Now it's I want to find out what happened to her.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be different.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Bam.
You're welcome.
Not that one though, because Chris is gonna take credit.
Crystal already went.
Same, by the way. I won't find
No,
her.
I'll stick with it.
I gave
You
up.
already said yours.
I gave up on my father. He
You give
did.
up on it?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, after a year, that's totally understandable.
So Rook has found hope for a new future. I mean, for a future for the village
Mhm.
and him and all his friends. Once he realized that it's possible to overcome something like big, like the orcs, like after what happened in the village, everything. The thing I was talking about the walls it has to do with all of everything. So like
Boo, that's cheesy.
I think
He said it
He
to me
did
earlier.
say
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah.
because
It
you
was
suck.
It was a callback. It was a callback. Go ahead.
Fuck you.
High five.
No.
High five. Yeah.
Ah.
Go sit on your hand, Millie. What? You made me lose track.
You're welcome.
You shook on that fun top.
Don't do
Choke
it,
it! Choke on it!
All right, easy
All
guys.
right.
This
It's gonna be
episode brought to you
overdriven.
by Orange Fanta.
Rated PG-13.
Fanta. Don't you want?
Don't you want?
Mhm.
Go, Marty.
So you got new hope now that he knows that something big can be overcome. And
All right, you found confidence.
yeah, newfound confidence.
Very nice.
My character found hope by reading his books, and he has found like a newfound interest in. Yeah, he's a nerd. He's a nerd.
I'm sorry.
He,
All the shady.
he's just
happening.
excited because there was an entire world of magic, and now there isn't. But he thinks
That's
it's
cool.
still out there, so he wants to go find it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's good.
is magic not big in the village?
So everyone's gonna leave you behind because everybody said to leave in the village, and you want to stay. So go ahead. We're gonna head out.
Read
I
my
need
books.
training.
Yeah, but
So
Once you read them
how do
all,
you
then
train
you need
about
more
to
books.
go?
4 books.
And
Gotta
learn?
find them all. Yeah.
You gotta catch them all.
Mary.
Yeah.
that's
I
actually.
still gotta catch all the Pokemon first.
I think the sage
I
background.
had my last
One of the traits is like, I want to read all the books in the world.
Oh, you're gonna die.
My hope
The
is
guy in the
to
Avatar.
be successful like my father.
What about your father?
Successful?
He works in another town for the military making weapons.
Well, yours.
But like tinkering weapons. Not like weapons, he's not a blacksmith. He makes like automatic things. Like
Weird gadgety.
yeah, gadgety stuff.
Okay.
But I don't
Automatic
want to
things?
do that. I just want to be successful.
Medieval
like
robots.
that. Because I'm seeing like the blacksmith and learning
takes
how
after
he
the
does
gnomes.
things, and then my mom was like doing stuff with the church, and she had like magic and whatnot. So I consider them both successful, and I want to be successful too.
All right, I like that.
Especially since neither one of them's around. Look after myself.
Okay.
You guys can take as much soda.
All right. One more question.
I had to.
And this one can be answered either in character or out of character, or a combination of both. And it will directly influence the upcoming adventure. What do you want to learn about the world?
Where's the magic at?
Let's go in that direction.
If I got the music in me.
Can I learn to catch all the Pokemon?
Mother's like, I want to catch you.
I want magical powers. And a magical sword. Buster Bunch.
Well,
Buster Sword?
Yeah.
somebody,
That's what I'm gonna call it.
somebody once told me that the world is gonna own me.
Ain't a
I
sharp
think you
still in the
misheard them.
shed.
They said it was going to rickroll you.
It is. It's never gonna give you.
Somebody
It's never
No,
gonna let you
no.
down.
What do you want to learn about the world?
Oh, that's the question. What was the question?
What do you want to learn about the world?
I was just. Oh,
It's
whatever.
called notes.
We want to find some.
Footnotes?
I was eating.
So was it?
How does
Oh, wait.
eating affect
We want
your
to
ears?
find the demons
You're doing it wrong.
I focus on eating. Yeah,
They're in your head, Millie.
for powers.
Okay.
I need a
So-
stronger one.
So no, so okay, so you know everything that happened in the cave,
Yeah.
right? When we got out, everything seemed like it didn't happen, and the adults like do not believe us.
We
Yeah.
were high.
Yeah.
In the cave.
Right. So right. So like I like Valen believes that did happen, like it happened, but we don't know how to explain that or what that means. So I want to learn what lies, beneath the surface of the world. Like, what are the little like what is it that people don't know or don't understand, and like find those things. That's kind of like what happened in the cave.
Mhm.
That's my character's interested in.
You're gonna be Mulder chasing
Okay.
something that you'll never see.
Yep, it's not great.
It is.
All right.
It broke him.
We're going in an existential direction now.
Unsolved mysteries of unsolved mysteries.
It's right there if you turned around. Scully's like, there's a reason for that. It's completely explainable. Aliens.
I want to learn more about the orcs.
Live amongst them.
Yes.
Become
I have a disguise kit. Day 47.
You're a little short. Aren't you a little short to be an orc?
accepted me into their tribe.
I think I'm one of them.
I've made it with one of their.
No! I broke all my bones.
No.
You're too young.
No, hard rule, no slash day.
My hips will never be the
Oh my god.
I've wed one of them
Oh wow, that was in a year?
in a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Orcs move fast.
No, this is not what you want to learn. So that's what
Okay.
you were going to try to do.
Okay.
Get horribly eaten along the way.
I want to learn more of the disappearance of just like different people who have disappeared during orc raids.
Okay.
They're
Justice for them.
they're dead because we didn't find them that
Sure.
first time.
It's our fault.
It's really our
Like
fault.
Batman.
You guys murdered that one woman.
I had
Wait a
nothing to
minute.
do with that.
Wait a minute.
You guys.
Wait, we murdered somebody?
I recall
I-
somebody wasn't.
No.
I have very sweaty hands. I'm
Murder
sorry.
implies intent. It was manslaughter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, manslaughter.
Elf
You
slaughter.
slaughtered that poor
We did.
and then you forgot about the
Block that
other
one out.
people.
Did they bury her? Did they ask what happened to her? Do we know anything about what happened to her?
I think she's still there, just rotting.
Do we have an update on this?
Help me!
We'll say that she got buried.
What about the other people?
If anybody found
I
out,
just-
that's up to you.
I visit her once in a while, and I planted
You
an apple
forgot
tree.
about her.
by
Don't you lie. Don't you lie.
No, Valen visits her. She planted an apple tree by her tombstone.
Okay.
Stole the headstone.
You stole
Ban
that
apple
stone.
seed?
Is that where you met the
Dug her
lady
out trying to
because
get the
she's taking
rings.
your apples?
All right. What else?
What else?
What's the question again?
What do you want to learn?
What? Oh, what do I want to learn?
Yeah.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I wanna run.
How to get stronger to better protect like my friends in the village. So nothing like what happened to my parents.
Okay. Full question. What do you want to learn about the world?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Where did you
I feel like he's sitting.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't paying attention.
What is love?
What is love?
That's your-
Baby, don't
I can't help it. What, the world?
I mean, I figured you want to find out more about the creatures in the world, no?
Yeah.
Is it
You're so
flat
fascinated.
for
And the wildlife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where does sun come from?
Where's the sun come?
Oh, I guess that's not our world.
We're trying to get to the
Yeah.
dragon.
Dragon.
We can go to the dragon?
Scott, did you have
Oh,
a
yeah,
unique answer or
Yeah, no, just like, no, where'd magic go? How can I tap into it?
Okay.
Oh.
It went fishing.
Well, both of you are kind of doubling on the magic
Yeah,
side of it.
I just want ultimate power.
Maybe I want magical weapons.
It
You
was
wouldn't.
made in the stars.
That would make
Star
sense
stuff.
because I'm working with the blacksmith. My dad's a tinker. My mom was a sorcerer lady.
Why do I feel like that's a folk song?
I'm a folk hero.
lady.
That's what I think about.
That's like D&D had country music.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my life. Yeah, I want to take all those things and make magical weapons and use magical weapons and find magical weapons and not give anybody any magical weapons. They're all mine.
Mine.
Magic lady.
I don't know, you sound greedy.
All right. Okay, well, that's going to
Alright.
do it for the question and answer
Soulless.
portion. Coming up in Chapter 2, which I am titling Mapping the Winters,
That's too cold.
the little Ciders have gotten a hold of a secret message. A map of the northern forest with a large red X marking "Here be parents."
No.
Oh,
Who
no.
gave
You
it?
guys go ahead. I'll guard the
Naturally,
village.
this piques their curiosity, and they must head out and investigate.
Man, that's a trap.
That's a trap if I ever knew.
That is a
Here
hard
be
ass trap.
parents. Who gave us this map?
Like, all the kids are like, we're not even that stupid.
No, but it's still worth investigating,
You go
regardless.
first,
And that's saying
and
you
I'll
believe
lead
it.
back.
Are we
Like, we're
like in
investigating.
character now?
Yeah.
No,
Not yet? Okay.
no, I'm just giving you the introduction to the adventure. Right?
But where do we get the map from?
We can talk about that next time.
Okay.
How you acquired it. So this is going to be kind of a more open world type adventure.
Mhm.
I'm aiming for like a hex crawl kind of deal.
A what?
If that means anything to you.
No.
It does not.
So I'm going to have
That
a.
means the world to me.
So before it was all focused on one underground area, right? Your options were very limited.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's going to be much more open. And so where you go is going to make a big difference. I'm going to have things preset on where they are, and you will uncover them if you decide to go there. If you don't
Oh,
ever go there,
right.
you don't find it. So instead of me
Okay.
placing the challenge in front of you, I'm placing the things here, there, and there. It's up to you how you go to them.
Okay.
And tracking your resources will be much more significant that way. For example, you veer off course and you didn't bring enough rations for the journey. You know,
Good thing I upgraded that.
We eat
that's gonna
now.
be right. You're going to be relying on his survival skills to forage for food.
Wait, I have
You're welcome.
skills.
We're going the wrong way.
That could, all right.
We're not gonna
Oh,
be
we are.
okay.
The guy you picked that.
I have survival skills too.
Mm.
You know what, guys? My
Whatever.
fiddle is gonna.
Yes, from
like-
last time.
Oh,
And
good. I'm
one-
sticking with you.
One other
We're
thing.
gonna do something. Hold on.
He's gonna
One
check the
other thing I
enemies
want to
they're
touch
gonna
on, and we've kind of covered it a little bit with some of you here already, is I would like for everyone to encounter some kind of mentor or at least inspiring person that kind of guides your character towards their chosen class, right?
Blacksmith.
Right?
Mhm.
Well,
I got-
blacksmith is not the class, right?
Creepy old
Cleric is the class.
And
Who is
I
the
already-
player are working
I
towards.
already did that.
Chad Michael
I
Murray.
have a person.
My rep.
I already got him.
Me
So
too.
yeah, I'll try to incorporate those people worked on or create some additional characters for you to encounter. So it's not just
Okay.
going to be pure wilderness
Mhm.
wandering. You're going to encounter actual people and things and events along
Like,
the
we
way.
can encounter like small. Oh, I guess we'll find out.
Right? So
My rat. I guess I could
it
touch
should
my
be
rat.
prove to be interesting.
Okay.
I'll eat that rat.
So,
Any questions?
no.
Answers?
So, is it somebody who has our class, and that's why they're our
Yeah,
mentor?
yeah, that would be the idea. So
Okay.
I want you to encounter a
Okay.
actual cleric, meet and interact with, and then
I gotta meet a bar.
kind of work with you out of character to decide, okay, yeah, this is the person that I can see my character looking up to and saying, I want to do that specifically.
That swordsman that walked by. He was also a cleric.
Yeah.
He
Holy Knight.
was the holy knight.
That's a whole
Paladin.
man.
Oh, that's Paladin, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Then what's a cleric?
That's like a priest.
Oh, I don't want to be I want a sword.
We can talk more about that.
You can still have a sword. Doesn't mean you can use it well.
I don't want to be
No.
Alright, so we already have some.
But I'd say we're done, right?
Well, you could be the Pope.
Clerics are like holy warriors.
Don't you want that?
Bring out
You
my
got that
sword.
last
All right.
Good.
Justice.
Oh,
And on that note of fancy hats, we're going to stop it here.